John, you were appointed by Mayor Barrett to be the chairman of the Milwaukee Area Workforce Investment Board. One of the hottest movies coming out is Waiting for Superman. MPS has a new superintendent. I've met him. He seems like a dynamic individual. Time will tell if he can make a difference or if anybody can make a difference. I wonder if you could talk about the importance of the fate of MPS on our region as a whole, suburban as well, the importance of MPS, and do you have any thoughts about what can be done to help MPS fulfill its mission?
Well, I think the single biggest impediment that we have in the community actually is the failure, real and perceived, of MPS. That it's a huge problem. Dr. Thornton's on our board and the head of our youth council, and he is a dynamic individual, and that's a huge job. I don't know if, you know, it's a tough job, but I will say one of the MPS has problems, but one of the problems that we have as a community is we beat up on ourselves all the time, and we particularly beat up on MPS. And I'll give you an example. Once again, I'm going back to earn and learn, but we were talking to an employer and we said, well, we want to, a lot of times when we talk to employers about high school kids, they say, well, that's a great idea, but I don't have anything a high school kid can do. And if you get behind that, that's not true. Every company has something that a high school kid can do that isn't getting done by somebody. But we were talking to one particular employer and they said, well, this is a great program, but we need people with specialized computer skills, and I'm sure none of your kids have that. And I said, well, what kind of specialized computer skills? Well, they have to know how to use Microsoft Word and Excel, and every kid that we have knows how to use Microsoft Word and Excel. But people think that kids that went to MPS don't know how to use a computer, and there couldn't be anything farther from the truth. So part of it is real. You know, there are real problems with MPS, and everybody's aware of them, but part of them is the way that we perceive it in the community. And I see these kids all the time, and believe me, you know, there's a lot of good kids, a lot of smart kids that come out of MPS, and we need to do a better, we need to not just say, well, you went to MPS, so therefore, you know, you must not know. I'm just amazed at what the people's perception of MPS is, and we've got to get over that. But it is a huge job. You know, I don't know, I wish I knew how to solve it. If I did, you know, I would do it. But I would just urge people to not be so critical all the time and try to see the good in, because it doesn't help anybody that MPS is a problem. You know, it drags down our whole region to a great extent.